What's up, everybody? Gene Fetty back at you with another episode of the All Access Podcast. This is episode number 56. And today we've got a special guest. We've got Mr. Chase Dolan out of Youngstown, Ohio, which happens to be a small city that sits exactly between Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and Cleveland, Ohio. Chase, welcome to the show.
Thanks, Gene. Glad to be here.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Glad to have you. And guys, a little side note, this is Chase's first podcast. So hopefully we can get him on some more shows. Maybe the Smash Masters guys will pick you up because as we get into this, you're a body shop guy
Yeah.
and a PDR guy. You're making that transition. And that's what Stefan and Nick have both done. Well, I guess technically not Stefan yet, but he has his notice in, so it's coming. So, anyways, welcome to the show. We got to see each other, I guess, 2 weeks ago. No, not 2 weeks ago. A little over a week ago at MTE 2026.
Yeah.
How did you like the show this year? You said it was your second one. Um,
Yeah. Yeah.
how did you like it?
It was good, man. Really liked the education days. A lot of good stuff there. Like you said there, though, some should be longer. Um,
Yes,
I
yes.
know they cram a lot in, so I take a lot of notes. But it's definitely good. I definitely make sure I go for that and um, like all the tool stuff. When you go into
Oh, of
the
course. It's always great to get the tools. So
yeah.
so back to that education day for a second.
Mhm.
It was just a couple years ago, maybe even last year, where they still saved some longer sessions. Like I know for sure our shop owners roundtable last year was an hour and a half or an hour and 45 minutes, and they've cut at least the way it looked this year, they cut everything down to 45 minutes, and that is just not a long time to get through any kind of subject that has any depth to it at all.
Yeah.
So, right, to my listeners, just like I said at my talks, man, give the crew at MTE some feedback, um, and see what we can do to get those longer sessions back. I'm even not opposed, and Chase, like, let's get your thoughts on this, to adding some more education sessions during Friday and Saturday during the actual show, almost like a breakout session where you're not competing with other classes. You got a lot of people that are like, well, I want to see you talk about this, but I also want to listen to, Chase talk about this, or I want to hear Jonathan talk about this while you're talking about that. What are your thoughts as an attendee if they spread out more education on both Friday and Saturday, in addition to the Thursday day? What are your thoughts?
Yeah. No, I think that's a good idea. Because I only did one day of the expo this year. I did 2 days last year, and it was kind of a bit much for me. I spent all my money on day one, and I was kind of just burnt out of just doing it all. And, you know, I would actually go for 3 days if there was 2 days education, but longer classes where you could get more out of it.
Agreed. And it's just a nice break, man. That show floor when the expo opens up, I love that it's busy. I love that it's grown, but it can be overwhelming. Uh, you're on your feet all day and you're talking to group after group after group. You know what I mean? Like going, vendor to vendor to vendor. It sort of turns into overload. And certainly from me doing dents for all these years, like my hearing's not so great and all that sound sort of overwhelms me. Like I would love to go unplug and sit in a class for an hour um, or so during the actual expo. So, anyways, give Sheldon and the crew at MTE some feedback. They do an amazing job. They've really taken the show, up a couple of levels from when Kevin Halewood ran it, which was the idea. And they're doing a great job, but I think we can do better on education. So, uh, did you pick up any new cool tools at MTE?
Yeah. I got the Dent Reaper Kratos, kind of like a
Yep.
soft pick out
Oh,
of
I
those.
freaking love them.
I got
Love
a
them.
couple of the Dentcraft whale tails that I needed. Some blocks from Dentcraft.
Like the nylon pushing blocks. Like,
Yeah, there's a set of three.
yep,
Yeah,
yep.
I picked up those.
Super handy.
Got a stand liner, big fender tool, and a flathead snake. I like stand
Okay.
liner stuff. I got a few of those. Got the Black Plague. I got his new glue tabs, so I haven't used them
Ooh,
yet. But
the super straights. So I've
yeah,
had those. I may have even had them last year when you were here for Level Up, maybe. But they were super secret at the time. Like, hey, don't show anybody these, but test
okay.
them out. And I don't know if you've experienced a stretchy tab. So have you ever had a glue tab that you go to pull and it stretches? It doesn't break, it just stretches, and then it hangs on for a long time. Have you had any stretchy tabs happen?
Yeah, it pulls really good once it's.
It does. It pulls it. I even had this conversation with Chris White at when I was with Kiko, talking about stretchy tabs, and he's like, it shouldn't make any difference. And every dent guy that walked by, I'm like, hey Chase, Todd, you got a stretchy tab? Oh man, it pulls great. Hey John Renstrom, you got a stretchy tab? Oh, and we all everybody has a stretchy tab. Chris can't or couldn't. I don't know that they're not working on something. He's like, I don't know why that would make any difference, but a stretchy tab works like magic. These new super straight tabs from Keith pull like a stretchy tab. Right out of the gate, they pull, they give you that like, it's like an extra sharp pull, just like a
Yeah.
stretch tab would.
I wonder when it stretches, it makes it pull without like
Yeah,
shearing it off. You know what
yeah,
I mean?
it has to just like give this suction, like it pulls to the center of the tab really well. Um,
Hmm.
but I don't know why some tabs break and some tabs stretch. I have no idea. But
Yeah.
there's something magical happens when you it's usually with a mini lifter, right? And you pull and you're like, that just felt weird. And then you look and then your tab is this tall instead of this tall.
Hmm.
So the super straight tabs are made to help people pull straight, which is not a problem that I have. Like I'm a pretty precise glue puller. But Keith's design on those is because they're like that. Oh, is that a pyramid? Pyramid would be three sides. Like a four-sided pyramid or whatever you want to call it. It forces whatever you're lifting with to absolutely the center of the tab and the lifter and make a perfectly straight pull. But in doing so, in the shape of the tabs, man, they pull sharp. Like I've pulled the bottoms out of some dents with those that just nothing else wanted to move it up. So
Yeah.
you'll like that.
Be good on like aluminum stuff for sure.
Yes. Yep. Aluminum and just really anything super sharp. So even a good spiky hail shot in a rail, like if you need to get down deep, those super straight tabs are going to be.
Cool.
It's not an everyday tab, but it's a when you
Hmm.
need it tab for sure. Anything else you picked up cool there, or anything else you
Yeah.
saw that's on your hit list?
Yeah. I really want to get a motorcycle stand eventually. So I've done a few tanks and not enough to get a stand, but I think if I maybe got a stand down the road, I could maybe push on like the dealerships, maybe get some work out of them.
So
But
I used to do a little bit of mobile motorcycle repair for the shops. Um, I had the version one from Daniel Grom, an Ultra, and it
okay.
had a hitch mount
All right.
um, that you would put into your hitch. And then did you happen to see Ghost PDR's
Yeah.
new stand?
Yeah, that thing's cool.
It's pretty sick. And
Yeah, I
that
seen
will
it.
work just about anywhere.
As I say, I was at Dent Vision's booth. I got one
Yep.
of their paddles and
Okay.
I got the Wizard's dice tip. I give that a shot.
Oh,
Supposed to work really good.
that's another not everyday tip. But
And
when
I
you need
got
it, it's awesome.
an inspection wedge 2.0. Picked up
Yep.
one of them. I have a, I want to say like a Edge. the wedge light maybe. It's
Oh,
rechargeable.
the edgy wedge light. Yep.
Yeah, but the battery died. I'm gonna reach out to him, see if he can maybe if I can mail it in and get a new battery. 'Cause it's awesome, but it just broke, so it sucks that it's broke.
Yeah.
But
So
I
Dave
just
and
picked it up.
Stacy with Edgy are awesome. Definitely reach out to them. Um, but that wedge light, dude, I've had it since it was. I'm good friends with Dave. I think I got that as a prototype or a very early release.
Mm.
I think I've only charged the thing like two times in 5 years or however long it's been out. It's kind of wild.
Yeah,
Um, and then the inspection wedge from Hudson is that's another great tool. Did you get the 2.0, did you say?
yeah. It was like
Yeah.
$40 for a.
Yeah. So
It's
it's
a good
shaved a
deal.
little thinner and he's got it so you can use it as like a mini pry tool at the end.
Oh,
So
okay.
don't be
Yeah, I didn't
afraid
notice.
to don't be afraid to use that. And then I believe that there is a Maglite, the brand Maglite makes a USB rechargeable light that will fit exactly in the inspection wedge. Because I think the inspection wedge is just a regular AAA battery or something, but they make a rechargeable version that you can drop right into there. Reach out
Okay.
to Hudson. He'll tell you, he'll know the
All right.
model number and everything. You'll pay as much for the light as you did for the wedge, but it's
Rob. If I could just
it'll
change the battery, I'll be fine too.
just throw some batteries in it. Well, there you
Yeah,
go. But those are fantastic for being able to look down inside of a door and
yeah,
see
for
what you've
sure.
got going on. Without a doubt. Without a doubt.
Like right,
Um,
just writing an estimate, just being like, yeah, there's a brace there. You know.
right. Yeah. Yeah, you can look at it and see. I like even using it to let customers look down and see.
Hmm.
And here's why we have to take this door off. You see it's below this brace, so on and so forth. Or, hey, this is why we can't fix your door. Do you see how that brace is no longer attached to the door? Yeah. Well, that's what protects you and
Yeah,
make sure whatever body shop you go to changes this door for you.
they will.
Yeah, oh, I'm sure.
They don't fix
No.
much anymore.
No, no, not really.
Yeah.
So speaking of body shops, Chase, let's jump into your story a
All
little bit
right.
because I know you're still at a body shop
Yeah.
doing paint work. But when did you get into auto body? And what do you do in the auto body side of things?
I um I got into it when I was 16. I went to vocational school for it, and I've been doing it ever since. But I can do pretty much everything but framework. I don't do framework, but I can do body work. I can put a quarter on. I can change doors, door skins. I just haven't in a long time. I learned all
Right.
that at the beginning. I think I'm like 27 years into the trade. I've
Okay.
been painting like all of it pretty much. Um,
So painter is your specialty
yeah,
in the shop.
yeah, I've been painting a long time. So much I'm
Nice.
just tired of it.
Oh, I'm sure. I'm sure. Well, I mean, 27 years, that's a long career in anything, for
Yeah,
sure.
I've been with the
Um,
shop now for 18 years. I've been
oh, wow.
with the company.
Okay. Okay. That's a long time too. I mean,
Mhm.
to find somebody working at a company that long today
Yeah.
is something special. Um, when did you start thinking about PDR? You probably started thinking about PDR a long time ago. But when did you start to get serious about PDR?
Um, so they got a Kiko kit in our shop,
Okay.
and we were never trained on it. They just brought in like the guy that does all the shops for my company, and he kind of showed us
Oh,
some.
like you're training new services guy.
Yeah, he comes in,
Yeah.
shows
Yep.
people stuff. He's not an expert, but he knows a little bit.
Hmm.
He's an expert with like framework,
Yeah.
supposedly. But so I pretty much put a glue tab on a little dent, and I popped it with the mini lifter, and it kind of came out. And I was like, whoa, I just fixed the dent, dude.
That's
And
crazy, isn't it?
I was like, huh. So then I kind of got the bug. But I also worked with a guy for a long time there. He was a really good body guy.
Okay.
He went into PDR and he's doing big things now in PDR. So
Oh,
it's kind
nice.
of a reason too.
So you had a colleague or mentor that you worked with that made the leap from autobody to PDR.
Yeah, I can say who
Okay.
it is, but I don't think he'll care.
Well, that's up to you, man. I
Everyone knows.
don't.
It's
I,
Ryan Campbell.
oh, cool. Oh, yeah. No, Ryan won't care. Yeah, that's cool. I didn't know you worked with Ryan.
Yeah, he was like a body guy with me for a while.
Oh, nice.
He's a killer, man. But
Ryan is a killer.
yeah,
Ryan's a good friend. I was happy to run into him at MTE and talk. And he was in
yeah,
the 20 group for a couple of years. Yeah, Ryan and Rachel, both those two are fantastic. Oh, that's
yeah,
awesome. So you worked with Ryan and you saw him make the leap.
yeah. And
And then
he made the leap and it wasn't even on my radar. I'm like, I can't do that. That is wizard stuff. Nope.
right.
I'll paint. You know, I'll be honest. I had like an ego of I'm the best painter around. I make all this money. Blah blah blah. I need nothing more in life.
Right.
And then I don't know what happened. I fixed that dent, and I was like, yeah, I kind of want to learn this now. And then I
It's like
just
it's
started going down the rabbit hole, and I'm 4 or 5 years into it now.
nice. So the Kiko system made it into you 4 or 5 years ago.
Yeah, it showed up,
Okay.
but it sits in the corner and never got touched. I'm the only one that used
Sadly.
it.
Sadly. That's
Yeah, nobody liked
like
it. They were,
education is so important with education is important in anything, right? In any trade, any
yeah,
skill. Um, and then with the glue pull, like without education, without somebody who's into it, it is just going to sit. Like that's and we never wanted that with Kiko. You know, that's not the game. The name of the game isn't to just sell systems. Like it's for adoption. And the difference between good adoption and the system sitting in the corner collecting body dust is education.
yeah,
Like if you get good education in there, if I would have made the trip up, if I'd have known that you guys were so close and we could have put the screws to the company, um, right, I would have came in and given you a day of training. But nonetheless, I'm glad that the Kiko system made it into your shop and you got that little taste of some of the magic that is PDR.
yeah.
So how long did you play around with glue pull before you started moving into trying to push, right? Because that's just natural progression. Or had you been pushing because of Ryan um, before glue pull showed up? Give us a little bit of background there.
No, I never messed with pushing at all. We got the
Okay.
glue system, and I played around with that a little bit, and then that turned into me dabbling into real world PDR. I signed up for that. I was doing the online
Okay.
stuff. Then I bought some tools. I think I got a door lord set for Manson, uh, interchangeable like double bends, a tactical handles, a knockdown, a glue, slide hammer kit, a light. I got a limited, mobile light.
Right.
And that was my first tools. Then I started trying to fix dents with tools using the videos.
How so I never really there wasn't much, if any, video learning really back in the day. How difficult did you find it to learn just online? And or what were some of your struggles and some of your successes going that route?
Uh, I mean, it was very difficult to learn. Um, just because I've always been the hey, put some glaze in it, and prime it, and paint it. So,
Well, we see that with
but
a lot of body techs.
just trying to hit the center of the dent, uh, and get it up, and then you're like, okay, after you just destroy a hood where every opening's so destroyed, you have to get a new hood
Right?
from work, and then after a few months of that, I'm not gonna lie, it took me a while to get decent at even pushing
Uh,
the dent out.
listen, I went for a week of training at the paint bowl back in the day, and my joke is that it took me a year to be terrible. Like prior
Yeah.
to a year of metal time, I was something worse than terrible. So,
Oh yeah. A year in, I sucked bad still. Like
yeah.
I don't think I did a customer car for year and a half,
Well, that's
probably.
probably good.
I didn't want to touch them but I also knew from being in the body shop, like I cannot fix people's cars. This is crazy. There's no way they're going to accept this.
Right.
Just doing it on my own with the practice hood. But so then you learn and you start getting them up. Then you kind of go a few feet back this way and you're like, oh God, that's awful, because
Yeah.
you don't know how to cross check and you got to learn that and got to learn to move your light around and your head up and down and then just
There's a lot to
start
it.
starting the dent good. That was it took years to get good at that. And I really wasn't full time just pushing dents every day, so it did take a long time because I
Yeah,
just
you said
did it in my spare time.
you're turning big hours in the shop. It's not like you're working at a slow mom and pop shop. Like you're putting some real work in at work, right
Yeah,
at your day job.
yeah, high
So
production.
how long did you try just online before you reached out to find some in-person training?
I think about 8 months. I was
Okay.
online, just pushing. I'm like, that's the best I'm gonna get. I was getting frustrated that I wasn't getting good
Hmm.
quicker. And that's when I reached out for online or in person. Like I got to get better quicker.
Right. And
And
that's where you went to Jim, right? So Jim
yeah,
Mitchell runs real world PDR
yeah,
on his online training and he does in-person training.
yeah, yeah. So I
So,
went there for a week.
okay. And what did that look like? Um, what uh what did you think you were going to do? And now, with
Hmm.
hindsight of seeing what it takes to be good, um, how did how did that look? How did that look being in it? And now how does that look looking back on it, if that makes sense?
Yeah, that makes sense. So I went there thinking I was coming back as the professional dent guy,
Right?
and I didn't.
Right?
I didn't.
Well, it looks
I learned
so
a lot
easy when you
there.
watch somebody do it. It looks simple.
Yeah, yeah. He showed me everything I needed to do and learn, and I just needed more time on the metal. But it definitely jumped me a little. I think if I'd have went to him in the beginning, I wouldn't have did 8 months online at
Right.
all. I probably would have got better in that week than I got in the 8 months online.
For sure. For
Yeah,
sure. That's like I have a saying, and I didn't come up with it. I heard it somewhere where you can either pay in money or you can
yeah,
pay in time, right? So
yeah.
if you don't have any money, you're going to spend time doing something to figure it out. If you
And
can
he
pay with
he
money, you
had
fast
like
forward, right?
yeah, yeah, definitely fast forward you, and having all the tool selection too. I mean, there there was any tool you could ever think of there. So,
Sure.
that was good too to play with all that and like, hey, whatever you want to use, any blending hammer I wanted to try was all there. So it was good stuff.
That's awesome. That's awesome. So 8 months on your own, right? Well, you got the bug with the Kiko pull tab, right?
Yeah,
Pulled a dent, and you were like, oh, I can do this. And then in some period of time, you started, you did 8 months online, and then one week with Jim.
yeah.
So at that point, like you're approaching 1 year playing around. What was your next step? What's your career path look like around there?
Well, I was thinking I was going to come home and maybe be a PDR guy, but I wasn't confident enough, and so I just kept painting and kept dabbling with PDR. Um, I did start my business. I got all that going. Um, so I started actually doing customer cars, not a ton, but here and there,
Probably just picking and
friends and
choosing like
stuff.
what you can do or
Yeah,
jobs you could
like
set the expectations on.
yeah, like a little soft dime dent. Yeah, I
Hmm.
could fix that.
Right.
um, so yeah, and I was fixing stuff in the shop like every day, and then so that was helping, but um, yeah, blend panels, or even I got paid on some jobs. I started doing all the used parts. I didn't come in with
Oh,
dings in
nice.
it. I PDR all them, get some labor credit on that. So I'd flag some hours on it.
Oh, that's
Just
cool.
instead of bringing mudding them and priming them, I just PDR them and buzz them down and paint them.
Right.
So
So you said something there that like, and I guess I'm speaking to the newer techs, right? When I say this, you actually said a couple of things. One, you said that you needed the metal time, right?
yeah,
So I've always said there is no replacement for metal time. Like putting good quality metal time in is the only thing that's going to get you there.
yeah,
The other side of it, and I think this is why you're as successful at PDR as you are, is you're putting in or we're putting in those reps every single day, right? You were in an environment where you could get your hands on metal for some period of time almost every single day. It helps you to sharpen those skills. So on top of just metal time, that daily metal time is just magic, right?
yeah, yeah. I try to do one dent a day, no matter what.
Yes.
Just find the
Yeah.
dent, fix it, or try to fix it. You know.
Right. It again, it's the metal time, right?
Yeah,
Like getting yourself on the car and behind the metal, behind the dent is something that so many people, especially body technicians, struggle with because, and you said you're in that production shop. So many techs end up with the mindset of like, I've got to go, 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 especially if you're in a flat rate situation where, man, I can't spend the time on this. I've got to just get this into mud or into primer or whatever you got to do.
hmm,
Shifting that mindset, and clearly you've shifted that mindset is the only way you're ever going to get there.
yeah,
Call it a year, 12 to 18 months in. What was your next step in PDR growth, right? You came back, you're able to do some small stuff, starting to maybe make a little bit of money.
yeah.
Um, where or what did you do next?
um, so I was so busy every day at work, and I couldn't just miss another week. So I don't know how I came across them, but the Dentless Touch offered like a weekend training.
Oh,
So I reached
nice.
out. I think I reached out to the guy in Maryland,
Oh,
Chris,
Christopher Ray.
first,
Yep.
and he was like, "No, man, I got kids now. I don't do it on the weekend." But my buddy Dave O, our partner up in Chicago, does it. So
Yep.
I don't know if he just told me to call him or Dave called me. I don't remember, but we
Whatever it was.
set
You
it
got hooked
up.
up. We got hooked up with Dave O
Yep, we
from
set up.
Dentless in Chicago.
I shot up there for a weekend and learned some more dent stuff, and it's pretty good.
That's awesome. So how, right? Like this is like learning anything is compounding. So you started online, built yourself a foundation, went to gym for a week.
Yeah,
He was able to quickly build on that online foundation. Now we fast forward to, call it 18 to 24 months here into the business. You've done the online, you've done in person with Jim, you've put reps in. How much more valuable was the 2 day with Davo at Dentless in your journey? Did was it more magnified than what you had in your 5 days in person after spending your online time? Does that make sense?
yeah. No, it makes sense. No, it absolutely was more magnified because I was a lot better at dents. Um, Even Dave was like, "Man, you're more humble than you think. You're actually pretty decent at these." He's like, "We just got to correct some things," and we literally worked on just making you know, nickel to quarter size glass. That was my
Yep.
goal. Like, I want to glass them out, and I don't think I glassed them perfect, but they were pretty good. I was pretty happy with it. Like, dang, I never made them. But he really pushed on just cross checking way more, moving my head way more, putting the light back way more, just to get that final. Worked on that, last 10%, and then we made like how John made that dang dent in the rail last year
Oh
at
yeah.
the level up. He made one of them, or maybe it was just in a hood, and he showed me how to fix it, and we fixed that thing, and I was like, holy crap! So learned how to fix a real deep dent, and he actually kicked in a fender. So did Jim, and I mutilated that one, but I actually made the one look pretty good at Dave's.
At Dentless. Oh, nice.
Yeah, yeah, because I was just that much more metal time.
Yep.
But
Yep.
you know, he just corrected a lot of stuff that, and a lot of it too was way more knocking down. When I think they keep pushing, he's like, no, 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 you gotta knock all this down. Everything's too high
Yep.
still. Yep.
Yep. Absolutely.
So
It's really exciting how you as you become better, as your foundation becomes better, when you can go get that over the shoulder touch and
yeah.
look and correction, um, how much faster you can move forward. I remember, dude, I was ready to quit. And I don't know if I did my origin story on here or Dent Slayer, or maybe I need to do an episode. But when I met my mentor, I was probably 18 months in, 18 to 20 months in. And I was on lines because that's how I originally learned. Just struggle bus the whole time. And with just a little bit of over the shoulder in-person training, or mentoring or whatever you want to call it, once it clicked, it was like struggle, 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 and then over the shoulder, and it was just a launch pad. Um,
Yeah.
that's that's a that's sort of why Level Up came to be. Is there's like a shortage in the market of that, call it continuing education, advanced education. Like you've got beginner training of some sort, be it online or in person or online and in person. And then there's nothing until like you're jumping out to go to Bryce Kelly and learn how to
Yeah.
do Bryce Kelly stuff, you know?
That's that's even if you want to get that crazy. I mean,
Well, exactly. That's these old shoulders are too done for that, man. I'm my pushing days are numbered.
I yeah, the stuff he fixes is wild.
Yeah. But he will teach you that or open your eyes to what is possible to be done. Right?
Yeah.
Like don't say you can't PDR it. Just look at what Bryce did.
Yeah.
Um, after you came back from your 2 days, how did that change your business? Did that give you some more confidence?
Yeah.
Start doing some more billable repairs?
Yeah. Started taking on more and more, and um just kept doing it. I do it on the side, like after hours, after work. I'm
Right.
usually back here by like 3 p.m. So I start
Okay.
pretty early. I'll
Okay.
do dents from like 4 to 7 p.m. And I
Oh,
don't get them
nice.
every day, but some days I'm booked out all week, and some days I'm not. I work usually every weekend in the shop here, and
Nice.
but yeah, just being able to take on more dents. I never would before. Like, no, I can't fix that because I didn't
Right.
want to I don't want to mess someone's car up, and then I
Sure.
got to pay to paint it. So it definitely gave me confidence too, though. And I started offering touch up work too on some, like, hey, I can get that out, but paint's kind of messed up. Do a little touch up for you. They're like, yeah, sure. So I started doing some of that.
Nice. That's
Yeah.
awesome. That's a cool skill set that comes with your previous skill or your current, your day job.
Yeah.
That fits right in. And then after that, right? Well, somewhere before that, I told you you weren't allowed to come to the first level up because
Yeah.
you had reached out and
It
sort
was
of
like
told me where
Smash
you were
School.
at. Yeah. Yeah, it was
Yeah.
sort of it was like 2 days of level up and then into Smash School, and I remember you telling me where you were at, and I'm like, man, I just, as much as I would have loved to take your money, Chase, it wasn't right for you.
Yeah. He
And
told
I
me
told
no. I respected that. I
um
think you actually said, you can come if you really want to, but you wouldn't recommend it.
right.
It's like trying to take like if you put it in like mechanics term, like, here, kid, you don't know what you're doing. Um, remachine this piston, sleeve.
Right. Right.
And I'd be in there
Yeah.
like, what? He showed me I didn't learn shit. Sorry, I didn't
Yeah. Yeah.
pass on
No,
him.
no, you're good. You're good. Good.
Um, but
Totally good.
no, that I appreciate that. But
So then you did come back for Level Up 2.
yeah.
Not come back, I guess, but came to Level Up 2.
Hmm.
Um, what made you decide to come in for that class? So that would be uh, not quite a year ago, right? It's February 8th, and I think that was sometime in March we did that, mid to late March maybe.
Yeah.
Um, so what pushed you to come to Level Up? What were you looking to do, and how did we do with that?
Well, first off, how close you are to me. You're like
Yeah,
within
that's
an
sort of a
hour. So
no-brainer.
that was like, okay, there's some real good training available an hour away. I don't even have to get a hotel. So
Yeah,
that was
you drove
like,
home every night.
yeah. So that was the first thing that was like, all right, I'm gonna really look into this. But I was signed up for your AAI. I was
Yep.
doing that, and I went through all that. I'm like, this guy knows what he's doing. And then, John wins the Dent competition every year. I'm like, he's training there too. I'm like telling my wife, like, this is like one of the best Dent guys in the world. I gotta go. So that's why I
It
came.
really was like it was a yeah. To spend the few days with Jean alone is crazy.
Yeah.
So
So
I
if
can
I could
appreciate that.
rewind back to when I first started painting in the body shop, I worked with two really good painters. Like at my first job, I got lucky. They were like awesome painters. One guy runs like a restoration shop now. He does like
Oh, nice.
crazy builds. He's So I learned from them guys, and like I've always remembered that, like, man, to be around the right people that can show you stuff it's priceless. And if you can get there and get in that room and spend the hours and days with them learning, you got to do it if you want to be good. Because I want to be
Right.
good. I don't want to be oh, you can just fix little dings. Like, no, I'm not going to fix anything. I mean,
Right.
maybe Bryce Kelly's level one day, but at like your level, I want to be on your level. I want to be respected as like, hey, if you call this guy, he's going to fix your car right. And if he can't, he'll send you to the body shop, but why not go there first? You know?
I appreciate that. I appreciate that. That's awesome. What uh what was your biggest takeaway from Level Up last year?
Uh, Probably just to learn so much patience in the repairs, um, to slow way down. Um, where I used to kind of give up on a dent,
Hmm.
like a bigger one. Like, hey, it's the best I can get it for you. I'm gonna discount it tremendously for you. I'm sorry I couldn't fix it. Where now after going there, it's like, no, I'm gonna fix this. I
You
like,
understand what
hey,
it takes to
hey,
fix it.
customer, I need another day.
Yep.
I'm gonna put another day into it now. Where I used to give up, like it's ruined, I can't fix this. But I also learned how to start them way better, with the using glue to get the big
Right.
damage moving, lateral tension,
Yep.
you know.
That's so much of what we fight at the end of a repair is the mistakes we made at the beginning of the repair.
Yeah,
Like that's just
100% believe it.
so true. Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. Um, well, you surprised me. Uh, and we opened up Level Up last show. Right. So I think it went out to a couple of people early, but really it was the last show. So 1 week ago today, for my listeners who are listening to this live tomorrow when it's published, we went live and we sold out. Chase, did you Thursday? Was it Thursday or Friday that you pulled the trigger?
Friday morning. I was actually
Friday.
on my way to the dentist listening to your podcast.
Oh, okay.
And as soon as I got there, I signed up. Because I was
Awesome.
like, I had a feeling. Like, if I don't sign up, I'm not getting in.
Well, so we sold it out in really it was about full days on the fifth day. At the beginning of the fifth day is when it went. Before I say anything else, Chase, I can't tell you how proud and honored it makes me, and I'm sure I'm speaking for Jean as well, that you trust us enough to come back and spend more days with us to learn again. Like that is just so humbling to have a student that we made a big enough impression on that you trust us to come back, dude. From the bottom of my heart, thank you so much. Like that really means the world uh, to me. And again, I'm sure I'm speaking for Jean as well. So I promise we won't let you down.
No, I know. I wouldn't be coming back if I didn't think it would help me. Like I
Yes,
said, I want to get more time in the room with you guys and work on dents around you guys to get better quicker.
yes.
I'm not getting any younger, so
No, none of us are, man.
I don't want to.
Fif-
I don't
50's
want to paint
knocking on the door for
cars
me.
forever either, man. I want to
Yeah.
be
We're gonna
working
work.
for
I'm gonna work on your
myself.
confidence. I'm gonna make my personal goal to get you out of that body shop and get off of 7 days a week. Maybe this will be the year for the big hailstorm, and uh, I'll
Yeah,
retire you from the body shop, and you'll just come down and do hail for me all year and
that'd
be
be
fine.
great.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
we'll
did
go.
a couple
Well,
hail jobs here. They were awesome.
yeah, hail is great. It's not a life for me. I don't want to travel and live in a hotel,
Hmm.
but it is just really difficult to beat hail dollars. Like
Yeah,
that's just difficult. That's difficult. Um, well, dude, we're super excited to have you back. Now, uh, when I asked you to be on the show, my hope was that we could talk about it and hopefully sell a couple more seats. But we sold out before you got here. However, I talked to Jean, and because we are bringing Jean over from Slovenia for this trip, and because the first class sold out so quickly, um, I guess it's, our 3 or 4 year overnight success to be able to sell it out. I can't say for sure that it's going to happen, but we are going to open up. Let me get you the dates just so I don't mess this up. So it will be March 5th, 6th, and 7th. So Thursday, Friday, Saturday. If we can get at least 5 people to commit to the class, we're going to do a second level up this year. Again, just because there was um, so much of an ask for the first one that it filled up super quick. Head over to dentrepairnow.com/level dash or hyphen up to get to the sign up page. There will be a checkout. We're going to take $100 deposit. If we reach 5, you'll be sent a bill, right? You'll pay the rest. If we don't get to at least 5 for that second class, we'll refund all of your money, and I'll put Sean back on a plane and tell him to go back home and get out of here. But because that first class sold out so fast, we're going to open that up and see if there's 5 more people who want to get in and get better, just like Chase did. Um, I remember back to your level up. So one of the things we worked on last year was the stretched metal, right? And that's just a good fundamental core skill.
yeah,
And it was right when Keith's Shrinky Box, the SB4, I think, came
yep,
out, and worked with you on that. Got some reps in, and you went back, and I want to say it was a bedside, but maybe it wasn't a
yeah,
bedside. There was something you had that was just nasty, nasty sharp. Um, and then I saw you in the video, I think maybe you panned over to the SB4, and I'm like, oh, he pulled the trigger on it. He got it.
yep.
Is that damage that you would have even thought about trying before level up? Was
Oh
that a repair that was even on your radar?
no, I no because I didn't want to paint that truck, and the guy was gonna let me because I told him when I took it in, like I don't know if I could fix it, but I could
Like it was like
fix
a
it.
deep gouge, or not a gouge, but like a deep, deep crease.
Yeah, it was probably like 18 inches long. Had one up top,
Oof.
and then it was open, and it had like a 12-inch down low. And it was sharp.
Oh, oh.
And I
It's one of those
actually,
repairs that, yeah, you want to
yeah, I
run
spent a
away from.
day on it and I got the top fixed,
Okay.
the small part. And
Right.
actually, I didn't even fix it. I got it decent and I gave up on it. And I remember going in and telling my wife, like, ah, this sucks. That one's a bomb. I don't even want to paint this truck because it's candy red,
Mm,
which I'll do it all day at work, but here at my shop, I don't have extravagant body shop set up where I'm.
right.
So long story short, I don't know. I woke up and was like, you know what? I gotta try to fix that. So I went out and I got the top fixed. I didn't have to shrink that, and then I started on the bottom, started working it, and then it got floppy. And I'm like, well, I got that new shrinky box. And I
Right.
started zapping it. I got it to tighten up, and honestly, in the end, it wasn't perfect, but it looked pretty good. The guy was happy with it. Didn't have to get his truck painted.
Well, in the videos you shared, I think me and John were both blown away that that you got. I mean, it looked great, like really great.
It looked good without the
So,
light on it. If I put the light on it, you could see some rippling, but without the light, it looked pretty good. Like
well,
so,
and listen, I mean, think of the, well, first, like just a piece of advice, for you and for, right, up and coming uh, Smash PDR techs. I never promise perfect, ever. I
yeah,
promise as good as the body shop or better, right? So think of all the things that can go wrong if the body shop repairs that, right? Or if you paint that, right? A color match difference, a halo, right? Because that was that a tri-coat red, right? You
yeah,
could you could you can end up
candy
with
red.
a halo somewhere, or a little bit of modeling in your um, metallic.
Yeah,
Uh, you're gonna have, if it was a bedside, right? You're gonna set the bed back. You're gonna end up with a hard line edge there. Like there's so many things that could go wrong, or your filler puckers a little bit, or maybe it looks really great when it leaves, and then 6 months down the road, when that filler or primer shrinks back a little bit, and then it's got a ring around it. Like I promise to be as good as the body shop or better on those big nasty repairs because like you're taking something that weighs thousands of pounds and then it's made out of sheet metal and you're hitting it off of another multi-thousand-pound vehicle or some big heavy stationary thing that doesn't move, and then we're
hmm
going to go in with these little metal rods or glue tabs, and we're going to rework this like little magicians back to perfect. Maybe. I bet the
yeah,
customer was thrilled to death that you fixed it and he didn't have to paint his car,
yeah, yeah. He
right?
was happy with it.
Yeah. And even Bryce will tell you, like, not all of his repairs are perfect. And I bet his perfect repairs, he knows where the flaws are, right?
Well,
It's
I
just
mean, even
the
brand new
reality
cars
of it.
have flaws.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Right. I remember writing several different used new car lots that got hail, and you're looking over every single square inch of every panel with lights. Man, some of those are pretty rough. So, like, strive for perfection.
Yeah,
Temper your expectations and set your customers' expectations right.
yeah,
You know, if it's, in some of those paint problems we just talked about, typically if we have PDR problems, it's in one little small area, like it's one little small flaw, not a difference in orange peel on a panel or a color match, that flops funny or like
yeah,
PDR is a special thing. So don't beat yourself
yeah.
up. But it was, dude, that really made me and John even talked about it, like you going back not long after class and jumping in and tackling that repair. Like, dude, that's really impressive. Really, really impressive.
Thanks.
So so hats off for you to stepping up and going after it. And I love hearing that you were ready to quit and then you went in and sat down and thought about it and you're like, I gotta go back and get it. Like
I
it's
slept
that.
on. I
Sure,
went after.
but it's that must get it done mentality that you almost need to excel at large complex PDR, right?
Yeah.
And even going back, like I'm certain you applied that same thing to, when you said you went to Davos and you were talking about a quarter or 50-cent piece size dent and like you want to glass it and you're like, oh, as good as I can get it. And then you step back and take a breath or have a drink of water and you come back and you're like, all right, I can do a little bit more. I can do a little bit more. That's just a mentality that you have to have. Um, and I don't know where that comes from or how you test for it, but I promise with that attitude, you're going to have plenty of success in this trade for
Yeah.
sure.
So I'm planning to.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
just want to be able to fix everything at a high level.
you'll get there. And even man, last level up, we had everything from people who were struggling with the easiest stuff to, like Vinny was 23 or 24 years in, right? And everything in between. Um, we're able to tailor because we keep the class small. We're
Mm.
able to tailor it to you. So I tell you that because you're going to be in for it, man. We're going to push you extra hard this year, right?
I hope
Coming,
so,
coming,
man.
coming, coming back as an alumni, and seeing some of the stuff you've shared out there. We're coming for you. We will. We're going to plan on making Chase sweat a little bit.
Yeah, I want to, man. I was telling John at MTE I want to get a lot better at blending. I'm just not that good at it, and I want to be better at it. So
Nice.
definitely want to work on that.
Well, we will for sure we both have two different, like so many things in the class, we have two different perspectives on that. Um,
Yeah.
but yeah, we'll give you our 2 cents on it. That's for sure. That's for sure. What else are you hoping to work on this year?
Uh, them hard rail dents again. I
All right.
haven't done many. I've done a lot this year actually. That one hail job I did had a nasty one, but it wasn't as deep as what you guys made them into.
Mm-hmm.
But I
Yep.
definitely want to do them again because that
Cool.
you learn how to do that, man, you're gonna fix any rail,
Yeah,
and
my
that's where I
rails
want to
have
be.
so Jean is obviously Jean's amazing. Um, I'm also pretty badass on the rails. And we've got two different approaches,
Yeah,
again, which is really cool to get you two different perspectives from two really good technicians
yeah,
going after the same end result. Uh, actually, since I think it was since that, I'd have to go back and look at my videos. I have fixed my hardest, most complicated rail dent ever. It took about 6 hours. It was a one impact and I worked on that one dent for about 6 hours to get it, and just pushing the pushing the limits of what we can do with glue, right? Like working uh, different approaches, keeping the paint on the panel that long, right? To glue pull the same area for 6 hours and not lose the paint was pretty nerve
yeah.
wracking. Um, sweet, yeah. There's going to be some challenging rail dents for sure, for
Cool.
sure. Yes. Yeah. And with a little side of lateral tension, because that'll help you out on those as well. Well, that's
Yeah,
cool. That's
yeah. I don't
very
think we
cool.
did lateral tension last year. We just pulled them and yeah,
Yeah, no, the rails were just fixing the rails, but the lateral tension will definitely help you move that metal where you need to move it to. So we're excited to have, honored and excited to have you back. Um, if you could give one piece of advice to somebody wanting to learn the trade, what would that be?
well, if you want to get good and not spend years trying to learn it, go to in-person training with a good trainer.
I could not agree more.
I've been to three and well, three different classes, and this is my fourth.
Yeah.
I look at it too, like they do the advanced skills seminar every year, and all the guys that want to be the best, they go to that, right? I'd love
Yep.
to go to that one day, but when
I've
you
only
guys,
missed I've only missed two.
Yeah, you guys put this class on. It's like, all right, you got Gene, the literally the guru, and John, who wins the Dent competition every year. You can go train with them and learn some how to fix some really hard, complicated stuff. You know, go to that if you want to
Yes.
get good. Go to stuff like that. I'm sure there's tons of other training out there. Go to a good trainer. If you want to, if you're serious about PDR, if you're gonna, I guess, dabble in it like some of these kids want to do, like maybe I'll try it. Don't waste your time. You
Right.
got to go
You got to go
100% in. Yeah,
all in.
got to go
All
all
in.
in. Yeah,
That's some fantastic advice. That's the exact advice I would give. And not just because we train, but like if you want to succeed in this, that's the secret sauce. And then don't give up. You have to have that I'm not going to quit mentality, right? And whether that means you go in and bitch about it to your wife and then sleep on it and get back up in the morning and drag your sorry butt back out into the shop and work on it more,
yeah,
or you just go have a conversation with yourself in the corner, right? And come back after it. You can't quit. You have to have no quit in you
yeah,
to make this happen.
yeah. And
So
then when you do go to the classes, go back and implement that stuff and
yes,
keep implementing it. Keep a practice panel around. Make hard dents and try to fix them often. You know, I used to always, try to fix a dent a day when I first started. Like
that's it.
now I
Get on
kind
that
of
metal ton
do
every day.
that normally just because of work and here I'm always
Yep.
fixing something. So
Yeah. Now you're kind of ready for you said you were putting in 7 days a week. You're kind of
yeah,
ready for a day without a dent. Might be okay every once in a while.
yeah, I don't
So,
mind those, but that's if I go full time PDR. Maybe I can start taking weekends off again. So that was
yes.
my whole thing. My whole life was weekends off. I got the greatest job in the world, and then
Yep.
then PDR showed up and was like,
Yeah. A new
yeah,
trade, some entrepreneurship. It's a
yeah,
sickness. That's for
yeah,
sure.
oh
That's for
yeah,
sure.
yep. I will say too, like when I was getting into PDR, like I honestly believe this when you get so much in a career and you're just done. There's no more advancement. It could take a toll on you mentally,
Sure.
kind of depress you. Like, what more is this everything? Like, I think I was like 37, 38 years old when I started getting to PDR, and I'm thinking, before that, I'm like, this all I'm ever gonna be is just a car painter. Like, yeah, I make good money, but it's so monotonous at this point,
No, it turned into not a challenge for you anymore.
Yep. Yeah,
Yep.
there's nothing more I could learn with painting. Nothing.
Right.
I mean,
Right.
unless I go into like crazy airbrushing and custom crazy stuff, which I don't want to do that.
Well, that's a whole different art,
Yeah,
right?
that's in my opinion, a lot of custom guys fail. Like, yeah, if you could get big and famous and be that custom guy, yeah, you could
Sure.
do it, but
End up on Hot Rod TV or something and out at
exactly,
SEMA
but
every year.
that's but it kind of made me a happier person. It took me from, I was a big fish in a small pond, man. And now I'm in a whole new world. I'm a
Now you're a
baby.
small fish
It's
in the
cool,
ocean.
man. It's cool though. I'm learning stuff every day. I'm excited about my future.
So, Chase, I will tell you that this is I think next month. I think I started in March or May. Anyways, this year will be my 24th year in PDR.
Hmm.
I definitely have not learned it all, and I learn new stuff all the time, right? There's always new challenges. Every dent is a different challenge. Um, and I still love it. I feel as though maybe pushing wise, I'm past my prime. Like my body's just beat up. I'm tired. I've got a business to run.
Yeah.
Um, but as far as technique goes, I'm learning new techniques all the time, trying new techniques, uh, learning from my students even. right? Even, being out, we just did, what did I train like? It was like 8 guys a day, maybe no, seven guys, seven different techs over 6 days, like 6 shops. So I just trained like 42 guys. I learned in some glue pull. I learned stuff. Um, I had almost every one of those trainings. Like there's so many things you can learn um, in this crazy world of PDR that that I man, I don't know that I'll ever be done learning. I did say a long time ago, if I reach the point where I have nothing more to learn, I'm hanging it up and going home and put my dent tools away. But I don't think that's happening anytime soon. Hopefully, I'll be retired before then.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So for your career change, I think you're going to be just fine. You've got plenty to learn, son.
Oh yeah. No, definitely.
Yeah,
It's kind
without a
of
doubt.
endless. There's so much.
Yes. Yeah. It's cool. And again, any dent is different. We were just talking 5 minutes ago about the hardest rail dent I've ever done successfully. I've tried harder and failed,
Yeah.
but like, yeah, there's still challenges out there. Um, I still want to duplicate that Bryce Kelly video where he just takes a Craftsman hammer and beats like a 6 inch area of a rail about flat and goes and glue pulls it back just to see if I can do it. So, yeah, pretty excited.
That's what we're gonna do, a level up, huh?
That's right. Yep, you're in for it. You're in for it, man. Well,
We'll
good deal.
see.
Chase, where can people follow you? Your company is with Dolan, Dolan, Dent Repair.
Yeah. I
Yep.
have a website, dolandentrepair.com. I'm on Facebook. I have a Dolan Dent Repair page. Then I have a personal Facebook. Um,
Nice.
I have a TikTok page with a lot of paint work and dent, a lot of paint videos, and then
Okay.
a lot of dent stuff too.
Nice.
But I'm not huge on social. I gotta get better with it. I just
In your
running out of
spare
time
time.
in the day,
In your
man.
spare time when you're
I
not
know.
working 80 or 90 hours a week. Yeah,
Yeah.
for
But
sure. Well, guys, go give Chase a follow. If you get to meet him, he's a really great guy, easy to talk to. Him and his wife even came down for our Dents for Kids and hung out. We appreciated having you there for that. Um, maybe, I guess a few of you will be at Level Up. You'll get to meet him at Level Up this year. And, right, Chase, your first podcast is in the books. So
yeah.
congratulations on that. Like I said, maybe the Smash Masters guys will reach out and you would be a great fit for their show, I'm sure.
Yeah, that'd be cool. I've met Stefan a bunch now. Well, I met
Yeah.
him at your thing. I met him at MTE twice
Nice.
now, and
Nice.
I've met Nick. They're cool guys, and
Yep.
them dudes are really good body guys.
Yeah,
I
they are.
watch your videos. They they know what they're doing, man. They really do.
Yep. They definitely got the hang of it. That's
And
for sure.
I've been in this body shop trade a long time, and I've seen some hacks. They're
Oh, I'm
definitely
sure.
not,
I'm
you
sure.
know.
Yeah, no, they're both good dudes and they both have turned into really great PDR techs as well.
Yeah,
So
definitely.
cool. Well, I'm going to take us out of here and wrap this up. So, guys, again, if you're interested in that level up and you missed the sign up, dentrepairnow.com/level dash hyphen up to sign up for the next one, March 5th, 6th, and 7th, if we can get 5 spots. So, drop your deposit, say yes, and we'll get you there. Listen to what Chase said, right? We will make you better. Lock yourself in the shop with me and John for a few days. As always, follow us at Dent Repair Now across the board on all social media. Thanks so much for watching. We appreciate you guys, and I'll see you on the next episode.